Welcome to Angels in the Diner. I'm sitting next to, not Captain, but Major Gil Parkhurst. Last year it was Captain, this year Major.
Right,
Congratulations.
Was promoted in June.
And deservingly so.
Thank you.
Christmas time. Wow.
Yes.
There is a huge need this year, more than any other year.
Yeah.
Give us your feelings and your sense about what this year is going to be like in terms of people coming out and giving.
Yeah. It's amazing when we sit, in each year we talk about the need going up, and we think, well, this is the year we're going to reach the plateau and it's going to start going down. We've already done a couple of weeks of Christmas applications, and we're already beyond what we've done last year. So it looks like it's going to be higher this year than it's been in the past.
Yeah. When people give, whether it's in the kettles or the Portuguese Channel Telethon, or businesses hold their own events and raise money for the Neediest Families Fund, it all goes to the Salvation Army.
Yes.
What does the Salvation Army do with it? How does it work? Give us an insight.
Yeah. Well, what happens is the funds that come in during the holiday season, for a lot of that's used at the Christmas time. What we do is, last year we did over 2,400 families. And this year, as I said, it looks like it's going to be higher. We use those funds to purchase toys, purchase clothing, food, and other items. That maybe one nice thing is we're allowed to purchase books with those funds, which kids really enjoy, to get. And then any funds above what we use at Christmas is used to support our programs throughout the rest of the year, whether it be our food pantry, our on-site feeding program, some of our youth programs and adult programs that we do on a weekly basis. That's what the excess funds from Christmas are used for.
Sure. Just for a moment, imagine New Bedford without the Salvation Army. I want you to explain what would happen.
Well, I think there'd be a lot of individuals that wouldn't have the hope that they need for Christmas that they receive. Salvation Army arrived in New Bedford 125 years ago. This is our 125th year in New Bedford. And one of the nice things is, unlike many communities, New Bedford welcomed us with open arms. And because, they see what the Salvation Army has done and what we continue to do in the community, to picture the community without the Salvation Army, it'd be like the community without Phil. Right? No, but there's a lot of people that wouldn't receive their food or their toys for their kids, and that hope would be lost. Because I think with what the Neediest Family Fund, the Portuguese Channel, the individuals in the community and the businesses, they don't allow us just to hand out toys and food, but they allow us to give hope in this community to individuals, and we see that.
That's what I really want to know about is we can, through the monies raised by tangible material items, whether they're turkeys for the dinner table or toys or clothes.
Yep.
What is it that gives people who are down and out a continued sense of hope that they are cared for, they're loved? Where do they find that?
Because when I was a kid, my family, my dad always worked, but at Christmas time, some years, because of, I had a lot of brothers and sisters, we found it hard at Christmas time. So there were times when my mom and dad would go to the Salvation Army, and to see that others in the community are concerned about your family, that's what gives you hope. That's what gives you a nice spirit. When you stand there in the line and you have, a couple hundred people in the line waiting, for their toys, and they come in and they have tears in their eyes, because somebody cared for them and their kids enough to send a donation or send a toy or clothing, that for their family, for their kids, to have a brighter holiday season. And it shows them that, you see so many bad things you hear in the community, but you know what? This is a community that truly cares about my family, and that's what gives them the hope, that the neighbors and all want to make their holiday a little brighter.
What you just said defines the real character of a community.
Yes.
When even during tough times, people come out and give and share and show compassion for one another, that is the true character of a community.
Right. Yeah, and we see that, especially in the last couple of years, how the community, and it's amazing because people that are hurting see that somebody's hurting more than them, so they're saying, well, what can I do to help? You know. So,
Do you find that the people you've helped come back at some point and continue
yes.
helping?
Yeah. We actually had a gentleman last year. He had received help 2 years prior to that. His family was struggling, and it was tough on him.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to work at that point, got himself back on his feet, and he came back last year and in turn made a donation back to us to see, because he wanted to help in turn. And we see that quite often, that happens.
Sometimes, and wrongfully so, we stereotype people who are going to be helped. And yet I know that there are so many working people, so many families that just can't make ends meet.
Right. Yes. And what it is you got to remember that a lot of what we do is for the kids, and we just did nighttime applications for the working families, and the line was on our door, down the sidewalk, and going around the corner, and that shows you, it's not just anybody, it's people that are working hard and really struggling to make ends meet. And we see that more and more and more. If you look at our applications, on the applications, you'll see, that it's people that are working or recently have been unemployed, and they're trying, to do something. And it's interesting because some of the people that were unemployed are wanting to help us ring our bells, so that they can do something in return, to say thank you.
In ending, Major, I want to ask you, folks can donate either through the Neediest Families Fund or through the Portuguese Channel's telethon, or just putting money
the Red
into
Kettles.
The kettles,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And by the way, I've heard that you have had some very, very interesting things show up in these kettles. Diamonds and coins that are worth a lot of money and things of that nature.
We had a lady one year lost her diamond ring, and she had only been engaged 2 weeks. But we found it.
You mean she
thankfully.
went to give a donation and fell in?
The ring came off and fell in the kettle,
That's great.
So I hope she got it resized when we gave it back to her. So,
as we now ask the diamonds of our community to step up and help, where can folks send the money to the Salvation Army if they want to give directly? Or give us a little bit.
They can donate to the Salvation Army at 619 Purchase Street in New Bedford, our zip code 02740, or they can drop a donation in the Red Kettles. Or they can, if they wanted to help at the Neediest Family Fund, they can send it directly to the Standard Times. Or if somebody's looking for something to do and they want to go out and ring the bell for a while, someone may be watching and saying, well, I really don't have anything to donate, but they could donate their time, and that would help.
This community, I don't know where it would be without the Salvation Army, your love and compassion, not just at Christmas time, but each and every day of the year.
Well, we wouldn't be able to do it without the support of this community.
Absolutely. And it is a fabulous community.
Yeah, I know the show's called Angels in the Diner, but it should be expanded to Angels in New Bedford.
You're right.
The amount of support that we, and not just in New Bedford, but the surrounding communities that support us also. And we
Absolutely. We'll end on that note and name change. How's that?
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Major Parkhurst.